Hi everyone, so recently I'm honored to get the invitation from Procreate to test the 5.2 beta version. As I'd like to make some contributions, I'm gonna make a step-by-step tutorial on how to import the Nomad Sculpt 3D model to Procreate 5.2 without getting that UV mapping error. This tutorial is for graphic designers who are totally new to 3D softwares just like me. In the following time, I'll introduce two methods to import the 3D model. The first method is to use Blender, which is a free 3D software. The second method is to use Forger, which is a paid iOS app. I'll now demonstrate the steps on using the first method, which is to use Blender to generate a UV map for the 3D model. I'll use this 3D mushroom model which I created with Nomad Sculpt as an example. First, you need to tap the folder icon on the upper left-hand corner, then choose the export format as GLTF, save the file and send it to your PC. Then start Blender on your PC. I use AnyDesk to remote my PC so I can keep on working on my iPad Pro. Now you can delete the default cube. Then click File, Import, and choose GLTF 2.0 and import that Nomad Sculpt GLTF file to Blender. You can see my 3D mushroom model in grayscale now. After that, move the cursor to the left-hand corner until you see the cursor become a cross. Then drag and split the screen. Now click the UV editing button on the top. Then on the right-hand side, change the setting from object mode to edit mode. You can now see the upper part of the mushroom is selected. Please tap the UV button and choose Mod UV Project. Set the island margin to 0.03 and click OK. From the left-hand side, you can see that a UV map for the upper part of the mushroom model is generated. So I do the same for the lower part of the mushroom. I select the lower part, then I tap the UV button and choose Mod UV Project. Set the island margin to 0.03 and click OK again. From the left hand side, you can see that a UV map for the lower part of the mushroom model is also generated. We're now going to export the file as OBJ format. Click File, Export, choose OBJ format, and tap the Export OBJ button. Now we can go back to use the iPad Pro and import that OBJ file to Procreate. See, the OBJ file has been successfully imported to Procreate. I think the details of the model are quite good. I can now paint the lower part and the upper part of the model separately. You can see the generated UV map by showing the 2D texture. Here is a close-up of the 3D model. And this is the final result. I've just finished demonstrating the first method of using Blender. I'll now demonstrate the steps on using the second method, which is to use Forger to generate a UV map for the 3D model, and thus much easier than using Blender. In Nomad Sculpt, choose to export the file as OBJ format and import it to Forger. In Forger, choose the sculpting mode. Tap the cube icon on the top, then tap the three dots. Choose the option Generate Automatic UVs. Finally, export the 3D model as OBJ format and import it to Procreate. Though this method is much easier, you can see that actually the details of the 3D model are not as smooth as the one which is generated through Blender. You can see that there are some scratches on the model which can hardly be painted. And that's the end of today's tutorial. This is my first YouTube tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to make a comment below to see if I can help you. So thanks for listening. See you.